to the Organic Writing Process, the podcast that talks about creative techniques that will empower your subconsciousness so you can create your story organically. I am Ingo Hampe, and today I would like to talk about the morning pages. I guess a lot of you already know Julia Cameron and her book The Artist's Way, and maybe some of you already practice the morning pages. For those of you who don't, I would like to introduce you to the morning pages, and I will talk about my experience about them. The morning pages is a free writing technique. Julia Cameron wasn't the first who invented the free writing technique. There are also other authors who said before they start with their work, they are just take a paper and write down whatever comes through their mind. And also the serialists, they experimented with the free writing and automatic writing. What Julia Cameron did was to give this free writing a specific shape, and she enlightened a deeper understanding what's going on with this free writing process. So what are these morning pages about? You sit down in the morning before you do anything else, write 3 pages, write them with your hand, and just write down what comes through your mind. The morning pages, they're kind of meditative without being a real meditation. The purpose of these morning pages is to get the things out of your head, something that bothers you, all the thoughts that you have. And that's why it's so important you do this before you check your emails, hear the news, whatever you do in the morning. So you can deal just with your own thoughts and not some information you get from the outside. And I also would like to recommend you to write it with your hand. There are researches or studies in the brain research that say, if you write something down with your hand, you can work the information on a deeper level. So I really recommend that you write these morning pages with your hand. But, in the beginning, you may ask yourself, okay, what am I doing here? What am I supposed to write? And, as a human being, you have about 20,000 to 60,000 thoughts a day. So it's okay if you just write down what you have in mind. And if you're thinking, what am I doing here? Write down, what am I doing here? And after that, there will come more thoughts and more thoughts and more thoughts. And just listen to your thoughts and write them down. Write them down without any judgment. Don't try to produce anything. Don't try to write clearly. Just write down what comes through your head. And the purpose of these writing is to let all these thoughts go. Nobody will ever read what you write. And I don't think you should read yourself what you write. So you can write without any judgment. And of course, there are no rights and wrong with the morning pages. And different artists use it differently. So there are artists who say, they have the greatest ideas during these morning pages, and I remember in the podcast River Como said, he uses these morning pages to get the lyrics for his songs. So he writes down the 3 pages and then he highlights the thoughts or the parts that he likes and copied it into his notebook, which is great. For me, it worked differently. For me, the main aspect is to get things out of my head. I was really amazed. When I wake up, my head is already working. There are already thoughts in my head, and I write them down to let them go. And after the 3 pages, I kind of feel calm, and that's good. So from that point, I can start my work. I can write whatever I would like to write, or even just start my everyday work. That's okay too. And I use this free writing technique in the different situations. I also write freely before I start in the evening when I work on my stories, or Even in the night when I try to sleep and I can't get any sleep because things are going on in my head, I have to get up, write them down, just to get rid of them. And that's great. I think that's the greatest benefit I got from these morning pages. I'm interested about your experiences. What do you do with these morning pages? Uh, which experience do you have? And if you want to like to share your experience with me, you can do this on my website, roningo.de. And if you like this podcast, well, then I would be happy if you could share it, if you could write a review, tell it to your friends. And that's it for now. Enjoy your day and see you next time. Bye bye.